Hello and welcome to another episode of the Happiness Revolution, where I talk about wisdom that will change your life. Really easy stuff, sounds really simple and kind of pointless, but when you try it out, or if you just think about it before you even try it out, you kind of realize that it's really important to changing your life. The things that change your life are actually quite small, but a bit difficult because they don't seem important. That's weird. Anyway, so what am I going to talk about today? It's a really big deal, and it's education. So education obviously affects you in different ways, but in ways that you might not expect. If you're educated in a mechanical way, you become kind of mechanical, and that's really dangerous, because if you become a machine, you start harvesting the earth like the machine and effectively destroy the machine. That sounds a bit weird, doesn't it? Maybe if you are all about just getting the grades, the A grade and the B grade and whatever, and then moving on to the next stage, and I want to get this, and I want to get the job, and whatever, if you think about what's happening around you, that is very much what's happening, and then you destroy the world. And a lot of people become... So that's one element of mechanical education. Right, so I want to talk about solutions, right? So simple solutions are: one, again, put truth and spirituality at the heart of what you're trying to achieve in education. Why are you trying to do it? Are you just trying to do it to get more money, or are you going to try to do it to make the world a better place? Okay, that's how the first universities began. The first universities in Morocco and Al-Andalusia, in basically Spain, about 1,000 years ago. From there was a Christian monk, I can't remember his name. He took those ideas of the universities that were there and took them to England, where the first universities there in Oxford and Cambridge began. So and those universities in Spain at that time, 1,000 years ago, they had this idea about learning and spirituality all together. They were called places like the House of Light. How cool is that? And so all sorts of things like spirituality and mathematics and all agriculture were all taught at the same time. And the world in Spain was an amazing place. There were 100 or 700 years ahead of the rest of Europe at that time, where they had street lights where the rest in Spain, and oranges and so many things. That's how all these fruits got to Europe. They got to Europe through Spain, and where the rest of Europe were in mud houses, and they didn't have proper roads or anything. It was crazy. So focusing on spirituality really can change the world and stop you harvesting the world in a mechanical way that destroys the environment like we are right now. See, we're getting good at making stuff, but it's not making us happier, and it's destroying the world. So in short, put spirituality back at the center of your learning. But another point I want to make, and you'll kind of realize that all these a lot of learning, a lot of the progress that's made in the world is not to do directly with the education we get. In fact, a lot of the cool people in the world who make a difference are the hobbyists, the people who learn in their own way, in their own time. There are a lot of people who are thrown out of university or thrown out of university, who flunk university, who use an American kind of word, or are kind of leave school at 15 because they don't make the make the grades. I'm talking like an American now. Basically, they don't pass their exams, etc. At 15. But then they take on hobbies and figure stuff out themselves. In fact, there's a great video, I'm going to try to remember to put it as a link at the bottom of this video, by a guy who says that he found there's his science classes stopping him from being creative and really learning. In fact, what he learned so much just by himself, and he figured out an amazing cure for cancer. So that's a great video to watch. Basically, and I mean, one of the most popular videos on TED, which is an amazing place for top entrepreneurs of the world, one of the most popular talks on there is that schools destroy creativity. So what am I saying is the solution? By putting spirituality back at the center, you bring back feeling and creativity and stop the mechanics that destroy learning. I think I'll end it there. Thank you for watching.